Hello and welcome to Deepest, Bluest, the podcast. I am Mako Hoffmeyer.
And I am Jay, no shark pun Cluett. And this is chapter 33 of Deep Blue Sea. It's the final chapter of Deep Blue Sea. We're here, we made it, and we have a guest for this one. We have a guest. The only way he could like Deep Blue Sea better is if the sharks could time travel. It's the pride of Samuel L. Jacksonville, Florida. It's Robert Zerby. Welcome to the show, Robert.
Hi. Thank you.
So, if these sharks could time travel,
Yeah.
okay, and let's say they can also go into the multiverse with their time travel. Which movie would you like to see them in? Like, so, the only thing where would you like to see these sharks in another movie?
Dunkirk. How about Dunkirk?
Whoa!
Trying to think of something.
They would not be on our hero's side in Dunkirk.
Oh my gosh,
They
that'd
would
be a bloodbath.
A whole nother set of villains.
That's interesting. I see it. As soon as you said that one, I get it. That makes sense to me.
There's a lot of films you could drop these sharks into that would just make the film a lot shorter. Like Castaway, shorter film. Like Titanic. They could ruin a lot of films.
The Shallows.
4 times the trouble.
Yeah.
What's the Robert Redford movie, Jay? Where
All is lost. All is lost.
Yes.
And then Adrift too. At the very end.
It would make All is Lost better, I think.
Yeah.
I wasn't a fan.
Well, so there's got to be time travel in the Sharknado series, right?
There is the fifth one, I think, is I haven't seen any of them, but I think the fifth one is like Sharks in Time or something.
Mm-hmm.
I stopped watching it when Dolph Lundgren appeared in a movie and he didn't front kick a shark. That's when I stopped watching that franchise.
Yeah, because you're Lundgren's front kick, aren't you?
That's right. I've analyzed all of his movies and watched for front kicks, and it was the greatest cinema watching experience of that month when I did it.
Okay, the 6th Sharknado film is called The Last Sharknado: It's About Time. And the poster for it features...
Does it star Donald Gleason?
Unfortunately, it doesn't. But the poster features, you'll get this, a tornado full of sharks. Shocking, I know. And then on one side of it, there's like fiery sky with dinosaurs and Tara Reid wearing like an Old West outfit. And on the left-hand side, from this quite small image, it looks like kind of Victorian London or something. So I kind of want to watch this film, but I feel like it's going to be terrible.
If it knows,
I wonder if they're...
It'll be all right.
Yeah. I wonder if the sharks are responsible for the time travel, or if you know what I mean. Is the Sharknado is causing the time travel? I don't know.
There is a giant plot synopsis that I frankly do not care to read.
If anything could cause a rip in time and space, it would be a tornado. Hurricanes, nah. Tornado, yes. That could rip the fabric of our planet.
Okay, but just the first 3 lines, immediately following the events of the previous film, with the Earth completely devastated from the global Sharknado swarm, Finn and his now adult son Gil travel back 66 million years to the Cretaceous in order to prevent the first Sharknado and destroy the phenomenon once and for all. So it does not appear that these sharks bring about the time travel. Please, Mark, promise me we will never cover this franchise.
Never.
Thank you.
Never. Because it doesn't take itself seriously, so it doesn't even make sense to cover it. You know what I mean? I couldn't do it. Thinking about it, I almost short-circuited.
I just scanned down to the end. Spoilers for Sharknado 6. Nova rescues her grandfather, only to be eaten in the shark attack herself. April is killed as well, while robot April's head is lost in the ocean. Time begins collapsing, creating a time-nado, in which figures from throughout history, such as Cleopatra and Adolf Hitler, pass through the vortex as it destroys the universe. Oh, holy hell.
Wow. That's beautiful. Did you know? All right, so we're talking about the last 10 seconds of this film, and then we
don't want to.
Credits.
We want to keep not talking about it.
Did you notice the neat little thing in there from Hammerhead Productions?
I did.
Yeah,
that's the.
That's why I call myself Mako Hoffmeyer.
Yeah, the Hammerhead Productions did the shark, the digital shark animation.
Yeah, Rebecca Mako Marie.
Yeah.
See, I cheated and I looked at IMDb crazy credits or whatever, because it's like most of the scene is credits. So let's look and see if anything is great.
We have, I think, 48, 49 seconds of images, most of which is also credits, and then just black screen, white text credits for the rest of it.
Yeah, that's a lot. And I like this though. You got Rebecca Mako Marie, Janie Great White Dixon, Thad Tiger Bear, Teresa Sandbar Ellis, Paulo Sharpnose Moscatelli, Amy Cookie Cutter, Tamaldo,
that's my favorite.
Tamandel, and then Constance Blacktip Bracewell.
Yeah.
What would yours, Jay? What would you add in there? I guess you got to add. You can't just do Jay. You can't do Mako Hoffmeyer. So you'd have to add.
That's not my surname, so I wouldn't. But I do not have a middle name. So this would. What would my?
Well, now you do.
Yeah. What would
You're
my?
You're a cheeky guy who just did some shark animatronics, and you want to put him in the credits. What would it be?
This feels like something I should have thought you were going to ask me, given that I wrote down some of these freaking nicknames.
Well, what'd you say, Jay? You already said something.
What? Did I?
Then you say you said a shark name in your intro.
I said Jay no shark name.
Oh,
because I wasn't aware Mark was doing one, so I didn't.
I would be. Think about this, Jay. Mark Bruce Hoffmeyer.
I was thinking Bruce. Because it's Jules.
What's the shark's name from Finding Nemo? Bruce.
That's Bruce, and then the other two sharks are Chum and Anchor, because like one of them goes like a little chum for chum. One of them's Eric Bana, and the other one is the chopper pilot from the Mad Max films. I can't think of his name.
Gracious. So J. Bruce Cluett?
I'm gonna go with Chum. I think with Chum. J. Chum Cluett, JCC.
Oh, that's a good one. What about you, Robert?
Goblin.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh,
Bruce Spence. That's the guy's name. Bruce Spence, the great Bruce Spence.
So it would either be Goblin, Whale, or Nate Wabigong.
I think whale would be too confusing as being a shark-related name because whales are a different animal. I know you get a whale shark, obviously,
but appropriate for my body type.
It'd be like going with bull, like J. Bull Cluett, because like a bull.
Right.
It's a bull shark.
I'm changing mine. Mark Jaguar Hoffmeyer.
See, the same problem, but okay, fine. Well, I mean, one of the guys in the credits has tiger, so I suppose what am I even talking about?
No, jaguar shark, tiger shark.
I get it. I'm just saying because it's a different animal as well. Like you could say Mark Jaguar Hoffmeyer, and people wouldn't necessarily think you're a shark guy. They might think you're a big cat guy.
Or they'll be like, that dude loves Life Aquatic, and I love him.
Maybe. Who can say?
Wait, if I named that in 99, that means I have a time machine that was caused by a rift. Or I just know Bill Nye, and I was able to go into a closet. No, but you can't go into the future.
You'll have to be related to him, yeah.
Yeah. Well, man, if I was related to Bill Nye, I would retire. That'd be awesome.
I knew mentioning time travel in Robert's opening would set Mark off on a spiral. He knew nothing of that before I said it, and I just wanted to see where it would go. But going through the credits, I did find another couple of fun credits that I liked. In the model department. So in this film, we have Tom Scoggins, played by Michael Rappaport.
Mm-hmm.
And in the model department for Deep Blue Sea, there is Sid and Sam Scroggin.
I saw that, and I was like, I thought it was Scoggins. I was like, ooh, here's a good fun fact. And then I read it more closely.
So I don't know if like Rennie Harlin met these guys and was like, oh, hello, I like their surname, I'm going to change it a little bit, and there's two of you, so I'll pluralize it as well. And I looked at what else they've worked on, and Sid did a film called Zeus and Roxanne 2 years before, in '97, which is like a dolphin film. And Sam did Free Willy 3: The Rescue, which is an orca film, killer whale film. And then they both collaborated together on Deep Blue Sea, and they never worked again. That's all. Those three films are the only things they've ever worked on their IMDb. So I don't know what happened if they were mocked mercilessly for having names so similar to Scoggins. Everyone just called them Scrogs all the time after this. But I don't know.
I think they retired. They know they can't top Deep Blue Sea.
Yeah, they're cashing their Deep Blue Sea royalty checks every month.
That's right.
Every week from this show.
That's right. There's some big names in this. Like Grant McCune was in the credits. He made the miniatures. That dude's worked on Daylight, Jay. That would make you very happy.
That does indeed.
They also worked on Spaceballs, New Hope, Jaws. Some big names who worked on this picture.
I liked I know that Sam Jackson's got his own personal hair guy, whose name is Robert Louis Stevenson. It's his real full name. But they worked together on at least 21 films. 1408, Home of the Brave, Black Snake Moan, Snakes on a Plane, Freedom Land, Triple X, State of the Union, The Man, Coach Carter, In My Country, SWAT, Basic, Formula 51, Changing Lanes, Unbreakable, Shaft, Rules of Engagement, Negotiator, Eve's Bayou, Jackie Brown, The Long Kiss Goodnight, and Deep Blue Sea. They've collaborated on with, I think Sam Jackson has a thing of he wants a different hairstyle in every film that he does. And this is the guy who gives it to him. So.
Oh, I love it. I love how everyone has their guys. So Kurt Russell had his stunt man that he rolled with for years. When I was working on a few films, someone has a stand-in that goes with them everywhere that they go. I think it's probably just trust, right? You can get your friend job. You can get your friend a job. You can spend time in the trailer with them. So you're not meeting a new hairstylist each time. They know your hair. And so I don't think Sam Jackson wants to be on set that long too. So it probably makes everything quicker.
Yeah. And if it's a guy he likes, he gets on with, he can talk to, then that's better than a stranger. And like this guy, Robert Stevenson, he was Richard Pryor's hairstylist for a few years. He worked with Eddie Murphy as well. He's going to have some stories to tell. So you want to hang around with him. And Larry Fishburne, Angela Bassett.
During research of this, I watched this interview with LL Cool J where this woman's interviewing him. And he was talking about how the bird was pooping on him a lot and no one cared that he would maybe get sick from it. And so he said in the sequel, he's going to try to poop on the bird. And so he was just like, come here, bird. And he's like, it was really interesting hearing LL Cool J talking about pooping on a bird. Like, yeah, you guys are going to care about this, huh? The bird poops on me. She got him into some weird places.
Nice.
I kind of loved it. I just want to let you all know that since we see LL a little bit in this scene. Also, this is not rational, but in Titanic, Jack and Rose are in freezing water. They're tired. Jack drowns. But in this one, they both fit up on that thing. But it's completely different. So that's not a fair comparison, is it?
Yeah, it's a huge platform they're on this time. It's part of the walkway. It's massive.
So that's not fair. I think Preacher and TJ could make it work because neither one of them's just going to sink. If they were in a Titanic situation, they would sink because they're heavy. They're bigger than Leo. He's a bionic stud muffin. That door wouldn't have a chance.
Absolutely. So we have some of your favourite characters back in this chapter, Mark. We have the returning crew, and they're not dancing; they're waving.
Man. Well, you can't wave dance.
You can wave dance.
So what does this crew know that this place was absolutely destroyed?
Well, looking at where there's no one appears to be inside the boat. They're all out at the front, like waving, trying to get someone's attention. So I think coming up on the facility, they can see something is wrong. There's a lot more fire on the surface than when they left. So I think they can tell. Well, the smoke is billowing. There used to be a radar tower. They've probably been radioing to say like, "Oh, Brenda, we're on our way. Tower, repeat, over," and getting no response. So they're going to be aware that something is up, and now they can see. Oh, everything is up. Everything is down. Yeah. What are we doing?
It looks like the Waterworld stunt spectacular. So it looks destroyed.
Where are the jet skis? Yeah. Now I have a question. They're coming up on the boat. In order of the characters that we know, which one would they blame first and then blame last? Like, that must have been this kid. Does that make sense? Who do you think would be the first to blame?
Scoggins.
Scoggins blew up a facility.
Because Scoggins has a reputation for leaving the gate open for the sharks to get out. We know that didn't happen. The shark jumped the fence. But that's everyone's first thought is, Scoggins left the gate open. So it's going to be, Scoggins set fire to the bombs that we have underground or something. He's going to be the one who'd caused this.
That's a great question because that's another great thing you just said. If Scoggins had never messed up, when Carter Blake is talking to him, like, "Hey, Scoggs, what do you think about this? Like, the shark got out. I know you closed the gate, but do you think
you
it
always
jumped?
Close the gate?
Yeah, that would have been the conversation. Like, you're really trustworthy. So do you think these sharks jumped it? And then they would talk about it. Nah, and they walk away. But he immediately just assumes that he left the gate open. Oh, interesting, man.